You still tweeting from that old ass Storm account?
Mm-hmm. She is not like everybody else. She knows what we're thinking and she gives it a name. She's a goddess.
With your feet on the air and your head on the ground.
I gotta grow up, Dre. I can't stay here with you.
Why are you doing this to me?
I had to ask you to leave.
Try to strip and spin it.
Don't you think? You know, I always knew you were gonna be something. I was like, she's so weird.
You got a spare in the trunk.
No! Damn, you got a dead body in there or something? Who is your favorite artist?
I have to meet her one day.
What's going on, man? What's going on? We are back and we are live and we got another TV show review for y'all. My bad for the trailer. I know I said movie review, but I was typing kind of fast. Anyway, this is season 1 of Swarm. What's going on, the deal?
What up?
And as far as I know, this is not a limited series. I don't remember seeing nothing about a limited series. I'm pretty sure they're going to be doing more of these. I mean, you got to think about multiple fan bases we have out here. I wouldn't be surprised if they go in a whole different direction outside of the Dre story or the Beyhive. They could possibly go to Nicki Minaj and the
Yeah, I'm about to say they can
Like,
definitely talk about them bars. Because my God.
Even outside of hip hop or an R&B, they can go into like the pop or rock or whatever. So they can do a
Them
whole lot of different
Swifties,
genres of movies. I mean, artists, fans.
the Swifties, yes. Because them Taylor Swift fans, they be paying just as much money as they be paying for them Beyonce concerts. Don't even play.
This one, boy, Justin Bieber fans. It's a lot. It's a lot of them out here, man.
Right.
So they definitely can go a multitude of different fan stories and maybe even turn it into something like an anthology. But even if they go back with Dre, I'm good with that. I don't mind.
Yeah, I got a theory about the ending. I got a theory about the
ending. I hope you do, because I don't. I mean, I do, but I don't. And I'm like, what the? Okay, I'm going to go with it. I'm going with it. But, of course, this is based off Beyonce, Beyhive. More so, I think, Lemonade album that she had dropped, like the surprise album.
Was Lemonade a surprise? I think
Yeah,
so.
Lemonade was a surprise album.
I think everything after the Beyonce album was a surprise, because the Beyonce album was a surprise, and then after that she was like, I ain't gotta announce shit. Y'all get my music when you get it.
Because the whole Queen Naija festival thing, wasn't that like a surprise joint that she was dropping or something?
No, that was like Beyonce when she did Coachella.
Okay. Yeah, you will know more than me because I don't. As far as Beyonce, I don't. Shout out Beyonce, Jay-Z.
Hey, I watched that whole Beyonce Coachella thing that they had on Netflix. Yo, you getting your money's worth when you watch Beyonce perform, because she gonna perform like wherever she at, she gonna give you her all. She a Virgo, Absolutely. Man. She is a Virgo.
And when we talking about Queen Naija and all the references, this is absolutely Beyonce. I mean, they got an episode where they pretty much saying Beyonce, where they try to blink it out.
Yeah.
Well, yes, man. Queen Naija.
Definitely conversations were had with Beyonce before this.
They had to.
That's what I'm believing. Especially for the simple fact, the girl that does Naija voice is one of Beyonce's writers. Not that Beyonce don't write some of her own stuff. I'm just saying, like, this girl has wrote for Beyonce. She is signed to Roc Nation. She is.
What about her sounding like her on these songs? I was like, this thing sound like Beyonce. Am I tripping? This sounds like Beyonce.
It's because it's somebody that's worked with her before. Her name is Kirby. Shout out Kirby for providing the vocals for this. Y'all go stream Kirby. She's a beautiful
I definitely
woman.
am not familiar with her. Well, I definitely will be seeing what's up and make sure anybody that's coming through, y'all check her out. But Queen Naija, man, definitely a conversation had to be had with Beyonce, because besides all the references and her sounding just like Beyonce, and even an episode pretty much saying we are basing this off Beyonce, it was the whole opening credits.
The visuals.
No, the credits. As
Oh,
far as them telling you in words like, no, this is non-fictional. We are basing this off a character. If you think we any similarities, yes, we doing it on purpose. The whole opening credits, every time they will open an episode, they pretty much let you know that, yeah, we are pretty much talking about Beyonce, if y'all want to know. Because
yeah.
that's pretty much what they
This is
saying.
not a work for fiction. I was like, okay.
By the way, shout out, it's her name Janai Neighbors. Because I'm talking about as far as one of the creators who helped Donald Glover do this. Because it wasn't just Donald Glover, he had somebody.
Yeah, I can't pronounce his name. I gotta see it.
And I think she worked on Atlanta with him too. So that's probably why anybody who's familiar with Atlanta, you see a lot of Atlanta in this show. Especially in probably episode 6, I would say, the mockumentary. Shout out to my wife. She even looked up to see if this was real. After we watched the mockumentary, I'm like, no, this is not real.
Hey, they had you looking up that Goofy movie shit, though.
Yes.
I was like, shout out to whoever was photoshopping that shit, because good job. Like, yo, I seen some crazy Photoshop today. I was like, bruh, the way people are photoshopping stuff these days, like, that's beyond me.
Even with the whole deep fakes, as far as having certain people that's passed away and having people come in and play them, as far as having a image, nah, I'm good on that.
Right.
That shit too spooky, and I don't want to see Tupac. Everybody already saying he's still alive. But anyway,
Cuba. Shout out Cuba. Yo, hey, the Outlaws are saying that shit. What up, Cuba?
I don't know if it's any statute of limitations as far as faking your death, but
it is. It's past time. He could come back if he wanted to, but I don't. Why?
Peace of mind. And it wouldn't be would you even be surprised if he said, yeah, I faked my death. I got tired of dealing with it.
I'm not sure. I've heard rumors that Michael Jackson faked his death. And I'm like, I don't blame him. But, like, do you not remember watching them concerts in the 90s and people just passing out? Mike just standing there. I love you.
Hey, Dirty Diana is a real video, by the way. That's a real concert.
Like, bruh, I don't blame Mike for this. Like, if he faked his death, because you know they say he liked to wear masks and stuff. It's a whole that conspiracy is plausible.
I want to ask you something. I made sure I had to wear the crazy girl shirt, Harley Quinn, because we talking about some crazy females tonight. Have we ever seen a black serial killer? Female serial killer. Whether it's in a movie or either
they
true
tried
stories.
That with Ma.
Yeah, they did.
They did.
And we are kind of getting some because we got the reading too with Monique. And it's kind of a slasher. I ain't saying too much about it, but it's kind of a slasher. That's all I'm gonna say. It's kind of a slasher. But yeah, you're right about Ma, and that's one of the ones I thought about.
Oh, that's her name.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. The 9 Neighbors.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
But shout out to her because she definitely her and Donald Glover working together. From now on, whenever I see their names, I'm gonna be watching it. Just letting you know.
Oh yeah.
But like you said, Ma, the reading. But as far as just female serial killers, as far as cinema, movies, or even some that might be based off real life, these are some of the ones I was familiar with. It's a movie called Monster starring Charlize Theron, which y'all probably wouldn't even recognize her in this, but she won an Oscar for this. Absolutely just magnificent. And as far as the reference to this show, you know Drake, she's going around killing people who pretty much talk bad about Nigel. Once again, this is spoilers for letting y'all know. And as far as this movie Monster, we have a prostitute who's going around killing men who, pay for sex. And give or take, she does get abused, and that's one of the reasons she ends up doing what she ends up doing, as far as killing these men and taking their money or whatever and going on this spree. Of course, some of y'all might be familiar with Basic Instinct as far as my girl Sharon Stone in a famous scene.
The most paused scene ever. I was like, people, get a fucking life. Like, get a fucking life, please. Do something.
That was cool, but I was more focused on her in this ice pick. Because I was like, my man Michael Douglas, like, brother, you done had too many situations with females. Fatal Attraction and Glenn Close. Now, what's up with you and Sharon Stone? You need to fall back, bro. Shout out Michael Douglas. He was out here on it in the 90s. But yes, plot-wise, Swarm. We diving in this as far as following a fan, a super fan of a pop star with a very similar reference to Beyonce called Queen Naja, and we are talking about Dre. Her and her sister are kind of still fans, but her sister more so as far as Marissa, not really so much of a fan as Dre is, going as far as them up in age. They were more so fans when they were teenagers as far as Marissa, played by Chloe Bailey. And man, shout out Chloe Bailey. Immediately when this show opens, as far as episode 1, they let you know what you in for as far as the rating and what you will be seeing. Shout out to my boy Franklin, aka Damian Idris, who's playing Khalid. Of course, if y'all ain't familiar with Snowfall, he plays Franklin in Snowfall. But yeah, I was surprised to see him in here. I wasn't surprised to see him exit quick, but we're gonna get to that. But this first episode was definitely a good one, and the indication of who we were about to get as far as Dre. But not only that, the relationship between her and her sister Marissa.
Bruh. Okay, first of all, I was like, how are they sisters? That was my first question. Because
shout out to Khalid, because he said that too. Like, y'all don't look like so.
Exactly. They don't. And I was wondering, why did they do that? You know, because Chloe actually has a sister. Not that, you know, Hallie would want to be a part of this right now. You know, they doing their different things. It's okay. You know, but I'm just like
confused because I thought this was a Little Mermaid. I was like, Little Mermaid? Disney?
No. You know, Disney's not. But anyway, so.
Oh, you could go ahead.
No, we can have that talk about Disney and the way they shun.
No, we got a lot of actors out here doing their thing, and still they got them in Avengers and everything in these Disney movies. I mean, as far as they perform.
No, I mean like the image you have to keep to be a part of Disney, and especially how they treat their the women, the girls that they have in Disney, because they will shun you real quickly.
Shout out to Nadia and her bringing it up. All I'm gonna say is Disney did bring in Robert Downey Jr. to play Iron Man, and we know Robert Downey Jr.'s history. And he came in and damn near not saved Disney, but as far as what he did for Iron Man and that performance, this is what Marvel is today. Not saying what Wesley Snipes did for Blade and him and what he did for Marvel as far as overall superhero introductions. But anyway,
they pick and choose because they fired Johnny Depp too. I mean,
and we gotta remember, not trying to be racist, but he is white.
Anyway.
Okay. But yeah, that's a different topic. Might talk about that Friday. But yeah, Dre, and shout out to Dominique Fishback in this performance. Good God Almighty. If she don't get some type of nomination or some type of Emmy, I seen somebody say the Emmy's gonna be like, we gotta give her an Oscar. We can't even do an Emmy. I wouldn't be mad at it either, because the way she transitions throughout these episodes and this performance of not just being crazy, but as far as
being different people, assuming different identities.
That last episode, I was like, who the fuck is this nigga? Who is this? And I mean that. Who is this nigga?
Yes.
Tony. Like Tony. I'm like, man, good God Almighty. But besides even just get to that point, it's everything leading up to that. And shout out to everybody as far as the cast. Like I said, you know Franklin, but I forgot we got Paris Jackson in here as far as Michael Jackson's daughter, Billie English, who I didn't know was in here. I'm not familiar with Billie English, but she has one of the definitely standout performances in episodes that I really enjoyed. Because my girl Trey was like,
I got lots of like this episode. I could just pick this episode apart within its own. Because as soon as they went up to the attic, I was like, get out. I'm talking about the movie and physically get out. Like
that
I was getting get out vibes.
Because I was sitting here like, as far as her getting this introduction to this retreat, my whole thing went straight to Midsummer. I'm telling you, all like, oh hell no! Wait a minute. And then we got wait a minute. And I know Dre on demon time, so I'm not worried about it. I'm like, she gonna get out of this situation.
Yes.
But still,
it
gave me all type of Midsummer vibes. This was be like if old girl had finally transitioned, and this was like a year later. As far as Midsummer,
basically, she inviting the new people in. Hey, welcome.
But shout out to Billie English and his performance is being very creepy and talking to my girl. That finger snap. She like,
that's the whole Get Out with the
yeah. I wasn't thinking about that either, Shout.
That's exactly what when she kept snapping her, I was like, that's like the T. She is unlocking. So I like I said, I read a lot into psychology. This is why this made me more sad than it probably should have. But that's because
it's
like I'm
definitely
looking
a
at it
dark
from a
comedy. What dark? I would say black comedy. I don't want to say black though.
Yeah. I was looking at it from a psychological standpoint, and I was just like, first of all, the way they was treating Dre, and I was just like, yes, she weird, but why y'all gotta treat her like that? And I'm like, it's something more. I'm like, what is her story? And like when we finally got the backstory, I was like, it
we
all
still
makes
kind of
sense,
don't
man.
get the full.
No, you don't get all the answers.
Because you want to know something. This whole serial killer thing is in the frame of Michael Myers. Trying to understand somebody as far as their mind frame of doing what they doing. We know Michael Myers' backstory. I'm just saying as far as them continuing to do what they doing as far as killing and the way she starts killing. But we kind of somewhat get an understanding of her because that conversation with her, and I forgot Billie English's character who she played, but when she starts to actually ask her these questions and she doing the whole finger snap and she goes into the whole thing about her grandmother and her spilling the milk and she's saying, what color was it? It was red. And we get another reference to that in another episode, and I caught that when I watched it twice.
I did
I didn't
too.
catch it the first time.
I caught it the first time. I'm trying to tell you because, like, psychologically, I was like, this is sad. And the sad thing about this is the way society treats people with mental illnesses. Like, either they don't want to accept that someone has a mental illness or they don't know. So they treat them like, ain't nothing wrong with you, ain't nothing wrong with you. Or they keep telling that person that, and that person knows that something is wrong with them, but they can't help themselves. And they, like, when you have mental issues, you can't help yourself. You have to seek out help. And if you don't have a support system to help you, this is where it ends up. Dahmer,
that's another thing she said too.
He knew something was wrong with him.
She said, what did they call you when you were younger? She said weird. She said something weird, stupid, or fat. She said something like 3 things. I know she said weird, but she said weird, something.
As somebody that's been called weird all their life, I just kind of understand, and I'm just not, you know, I'm not killing for people. If it ain't my family members, I'm not killing for them. I'm just
definitely
not. No. So, but like her not having parents and stuff, like who has been consistent in her life? Naja and Marissa.
That's what I was about to say. Marissa's sister. That relationship.
Naja and Marissa. That relationship. Those are the 2 consistent things in her life. And you know, when you're not stable psychologically, mentally, when you're not mentally stable, and something that's consistently in your life is no longer there, psychological breakdown immediately. And I'm just like, I saw this coming, y'all.
The mockumentary episode, the way the woman who works at the group home that Dre came from, the way she was breaking it down, nigga, I wasn't laughing. I was sitting there listening, and the way she was talking to them, because not only the detective, but the person that was filming it kept trying to push and ask those questions about Dre and what happened to her leading up to that point or whatever. And what she was saying, as far as what you want me to tell you, that she got touched, or that she seen her mother brutally murdered in front of her. And I'm not even sure that that's what she was exactly saying that happened to Dre. She could have been saying that happened to a plethora of the kids that they have got coming here.
Yeah, you could tell whatever's going on with her is definitely childhood trauma. And then the fact that after that trauma, she had no one to console her, no one to, be there for her except, but when her and Marissa became sisters, boom, that was her support system. That was her backbone. That was the consistent in her life. And Naja.
I couldn't wait as far as getting to that story because I did not understand, because something very horrific happens to Marissa in the first episode. I was a little confused because I thought a boyfriend did. Khalid did something to whatever, but come to find out that she had committed suicide. And I was like, wait a minute, I didn't know that. And I thought that was the whole motivation behind Dre going over there doing what she did to Khalid as far as killing him. Come to find out that she's kind of on this whole revenge binge as far as not only following Naja as far as this whole thing, but what you was talking about as far as not having that person to rely on no more, and that support system gone now.
Yeah, and Naja's gonna be that consistent. So who does she have to be loyal to? Who does she have to, because her loyalty lies with
Naja.
Marissa. So that's what she doing. What she doing because she. Because of Naja. Like, Naja's that consistent. Naja consoles her. Naja understands her. Like, the people that be like, they just, like, okay, you ever heard a song and it's like, damn, it's like this person knew exactly what I went through? But you leave it at that because you like the song. You're not like, oh, now I'm obsessed with this person because they can read my mind.
Because it's the moment that you're going through some shit and you listen to that certain song that you can vibe to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hell no, I can't hit up like, yo, Dipset, that song, Who Am I? Jules said, we vibe, man. I know you, bro. I know Cameron, I know Jim. Like, come on, man. I'm coming to Harlem.
People with mental issues, people with unchecked mental issues, that's where they go with that shit. And they be like, that's my brother. I know him. I love him. We know each other. what she said to Lady Phoebe, where's your tattoo, bitch? See? Those mental issues. Trying to tell you.
The part that really tried, when it started to hit where as far as the mystery behind Dre is when Marissa dies from her committing suicide in the funeral scene. As far as them telling Dre, you need to leave. The family wants you to leave. I was sitting here like,
I'm like,
it's
what?
It's her sister. Why the family want? I need to know what happened. What's going on?
I was the same way.
What could make the family want to exile her out like this?
I was the same way.
Man.
I was like, what did, damn. So that ain't her family? And that was my whole thing. It's like, how are they related? Why did the family want her gone?
Talking about Cass, can we talk about your boy Leon?
Bro.
I did not know that first, even when he showed up, as far as the parents coming in there, I didn't know that was him until he pulled out the shotgun and they went in the kitchen. I was like, oh shit, damn, this David Ruffman. What David Ruffman? Right.
I kept looking at him. I was doing the same thing.
Nobody coming to see you, Drake. But yeah. Man, shout out to Donald Glover and Janae Neighbors as far as pulling out these performances and the writing, because once again, I'm looking at this scene and I'm enjoying it as far as his performance, but I'm not laughing. I'm tense because I'm like, please tell me he's not about to shoot her, because
this
is Donald Glover. I don't know where this is gonna go. He can do anything at this point as far as him and his writing. We talking about Atlanta. At this point, I don't know what's coming. I don't know what's next, especially leading up into this point and seeing the things that she done to people. But finally getting a kind of an understanding, because we still, at this point, I still don't truly understand what's the issue as far as with Dre and her parents, because I'm thinking this is her parents, like parents. And my girl sitting there with the gun out on Mom Dukes, and she's sitting there like, oh, so you came back to finish the job. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, what did she do?
I was like, so they definitely blame her for Marissa's death.
It ain't just, it's like, what else is it? Because it's like, damn.
Oh, yeah.
For this nigga to come out and pull a shotgun on her, but that wasn't just it. He started blasting that Dre. Like, you got to die. Like, I should have shot you at the funeral. I was like, what? Not killed her at the funeral. I should have killed you at the funeral. I'm just waiting to see what is this story with her. What did she do? Because the whole thing with Dre is she didn't even come back to like reconcile with them or anything. She came back to turn the phone on, and it was Marissa's phone. Because after Marissa dies, she pretty much had been using Marissa's phone after she finds it to text her phone, playing as Marissa. We're acting as Marissa, trying to keep that connection between them two, because Marissa is dead now. Man.
Like I said, psychological break. She had a mental breakdown. Because I'm like, she's literally talking to herself. This is giving her a dopamine hit. She is what is it? I was like,
because like, doesn't she kind of pretty much admit that she know what she's doing and she likes it when she has that conversation with
Yes.
Billy English character at the coach. She's like,
Yeah.
what's up?
Yeah, she's well aware of what she's doing, but she's still not in her right mind because she's finding a way to justify this. You know what I mean? And like to her, this logic makes sense, and these people deserve this because of this. And it's like, man, that's not morally correct, and that is insane.
Is it kind of a feeling that she's still kind of avenging her sister throughout these deaths? And the only reason I mention that is the fact that what she does for the stripper that she kind of befriends and that she kills, her boyfriend. And I think that was Paris Jackson, if I'm not mistaken, as far as Michael Jackson's daughter. And shout out to her and her performance, because she was getting on my nerves too. I was waiting. I was like, she about to kill her ass. She was like, what else in this bag? Oh, the Glock down there, or the shovel and everything else we need.
She was too hype. Like, oh my gosh, we're gonna be. I was like, man,
you gonna tell?
Do what you gotta do.
That's what Dre was thinking. You gonna talk?
Yeah, cause she talking too much now. She excited. She was excited, and I'm just like, yeah.
And that's the strip episode, right?
Yeah.
That was a funny man.
I'm about to say that was the funniest episode.
I need you to shut up. And I think I seen a Break It On DVD in here. Man, when them niggas start singing the anthem, so I say, oh, no, the hell they not. You got to know Donald Glover never a fan of Break It On. I am too, Donald. We fans. We going to do our review. Don't worry. We got our review.
Hell yeah.
But I felt bad because Big Dude was trying to actually help them. He wasn't no pedophile. He wasn't no nigga that was trying to get over or touch nobody, even though he knew they were strippers. He was actually trying to help them. Not only did he try to help them,
he was enjoying their company. He was enjoying their company because he may not. He go to the strip club all the time, so he was familiar with them.
He wasn't enjoying their company not as much as that other nigga that was enjoying Dre's company. As far as the security, not the security guard, but my man that was the backstage pass guy, the DJ. Man, the stripper episode was funny, but these two niggas, the eating, Dre, can we talk about it, please? Because besides her killing Khalid and going in there eating an apple pie after she done massacre somebody, is her meeting old buddy because she about to massacre this white girl, but she's like, oh, I can get some backstage patches possibly to get the Naja maybe. So let me go follow him.
First of all, she was about to murder that white girl.
Yes, she had the weight ready. She wouldn't even turn around to this. She stood in the opposite way.
She just.
Who your favorite artist? Oh, this bitch act like she don't hear me. Okay.
You ready?
Okay.
I was like, she can't do this in the elevator. There's cameras and evidence. Speaking of elevator.
That's another thing I love about the concept of this show. And the way they tried to play off the whole black female serial killer. Because I feel like that's another thing they saying as far as ain't nobody paying attention to no. You think a black female actually running around here killing people? Come on, man. Like,
oh no, really? I'm talking about the elevator scene with Jay-Z, Beyonce.
I know what you're talking about. Shout out Family Guy. But yes.
They put that in there too because the report Alice, the one that she was trying to kill in the elevator, was talking about the elevator video in one of the news clips.
You speaking of that, sell out to the Solange references too.
Right.
You know, like her sister, she all right. She too artsy for me. They had to have a conversation. Ain't no way they didn't talk to the Carters. They had to talk to the Carters. But yeah, man, the whole thing with her eating, I feel like this might have been a play off. I ain't gonna say off Dahmer, but more so off a signature as far as killers. Like the things they do, I don't know.
Yes, the patterns, the habitual things that they do, the clues that they leave behind. Cause she eats a lot of junk food and chicken.
That Mark mentioned.
Yes.
This got to be a sister.
Exactly.
This is like stuff I leave around my house. Oh man.
Bruh,
I
either
ain't
that or a
serious.
teenager,
I'm
but
telling
it
you.
would be Takis if it was a teenager.
Thank you. Hey, you should have heard what it did just said. She said it would have been Takis. But man, I'm telling you, that had me rolling. Cause he was like, the way they were leaving the pictures off the greens, the chicken and everything, and leading up to this point, we already see her have the orgy. Well, not the orgy, but pretty much the sex crazed binge of the hell and old buddy eating. And
Oh,
I was sitting there, bruh.
bruh,
He
no,
said, "Come here."
okay, so
What he
yo, when you ain't had sweets or like processed food in a long time, for it's really really good or it's really really nasty. Cause like I had stopped eating Doritos for the longest, and then that one time I had a Dorito.
That whole conversation was so damn funny because he like, oh, I ain't trying to be obese. They said I dated this girl with like 350 pounds. And the way she put the donuts back, like, oh.
Yeah.
Man.
And then she came in there that night with
what? This is why I say this is a one of a kind show. You're not gonna get writing like this. You're not gonna get
No.
this shit like this where you just sitting here confused but just enjoying it. I was just like, what the fuck, man? WTF for real. I was enjoying myself though because I don't know if Old Buddy had played on an Atlanta episode. I almost thought he was Old Buddy from Get Out. The way it's something about his look. He looked like this. I don't know, but I know that's not him. But I'm just saying, I know I done seen him in something before.
Yo, his character was funny though.
My girl Dre, it's the way she do everybody. If she ain't gonna kill, before I finish off with him, my girls, the Colt, she actually kind of bonded with them. Everything kind of going cool, but hold the hell up. I know y'all ain't about to make me late for this goddamn Nigel concert. Everything was all
but they was on some weird, creepy shit, and they was gonna try to brand her. So I mean, I was like, "Girl, you gotta know when to leave a coat. You gotta escape, cause
my girl Dre.
Girl, they didn't clean the blood up. What a body? Ain't it a body in the trunk?
The one thing they fucked up on is taking that phone. She said, "Give me my phone. Give me my fucking phone." I love the way they were so cool and calm. Like, you ain't gonna go nowhere. She not gonna move. Dre, they was talking, and Dre pushed that goddamn car and driving, ran over my girl, and put it back in reverse, laughing. I'm out of here.
I just now so yeah, that Paris Jackson did play the stripper Haley, and they made a reference about Housley, how do you say her name? She's biracial or multicultural, however you want to look at it. But her dad is already half, half black. So then, they got Paris Jackson.
Because the whole thing was
that's a whole nother conversation within the show.
She confirmed as black. She identifies black. Man.
I know somebody that looks white that is actually half black. I don't know why they look so white.
You don't. We should all know something that's like that. Coming from Asia and even coming to nowadays. Like, nigga, what?
Like, you freaks. Damn. You got all the white.
How do you feel about the ones that be on Facebook like, shout out to my niggas or the niggas that don't rock?
I'm gonna tell you something about that. Like, when it comes to like mixed people and Hispanic people saying nigga, I don't even give a fuck. Because most of the Hispanic people I've heard that say nigga are from New York. Everybody in New York says nigga. Like, everybody in New York says it. So like, I'm not about to argue with a New Yorker about saying nigga, because you're gonna be arguing all goddamn day.
The ones that grew up in a profound black neighborhood, but are not not even halfway, but all the way that race. But feel comfortable enough. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I don't know people. I don't know people that grew up with black people that are not black and that are actually comfortable with saying nigga. I don't hang around them people because you're not. No. My white friends don't say nigga. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that. If they do say it, they'll say it with me.
But yeah, man. Back to our regularly scheduled program. My girl Dre, after she done pretty much massacring the whole coat, she's pretty much on her way because she can't get into the
go
festival.
back to home, dude. Go back to home, dude. Before the coat.
I don't think we even got to him yet. I think he after the coat. If I'm not
No,
mistaken.
he was before the coat.
Who you talking about? The big
security,
dude, or you talking? Okay.
Yeah, the security dude.
Okay.
He was before the coat. Now that whole situation where she got into the after party or whatever, and
that's what I'm saying.
Bit Naja.
Before that, what she do to old buddy? She locked his ass in the freezer. We never know if he got out. By the way,
the cake was in there for cachet, which is supposed to be Jay-Z.
I didn't catch that. I didn't even catch that.
Yeah, cachet is Jay-Z. So anyway, it was his birthday. So he got locked in there with the cake. Somebody got to come get the cake. So I'm pretty sure he got out. So I'm not worried about him. But at this party, she ends up biting Naja. And I'm like...
Shout out to Maxwell.
Do you know that was a real situation? That somebody bit Beyonce at some high-profile party.
That's
and
what they were saying it was old girl.
It's a rumor that it was Sanaa.
The fact that when she running out and they make that reference talking about ain't that old girl from Love and I'm about to get the hell out of here, man. Y'all got to chill, man. It's too much like the writing. Y'all put every little the tad bit of detail in. I forgot about that, but I do remember it, and everybody was saying it was
Sanaa. And that's when Beyonce was like, "You gotta sign an NDA if you be around me or have a conversation with me."
Damn! And the way they played off that reference, it didn't even make it heavy-handed, and it was funny. You got two people just sitting out there that work at the fest or at the backstage at the concert, probably. Yeah. Like, oh, that's old girl I'm loving basketball. And that's how we end the scene or the episode.
Yeah. I'm like, why she bite her?
And they sitting there playing the song. This is the love and back. I'm about to be because I didn't catch none of this. And the fact that I'm sitting here thinking about all of this and the way it connects, that's what got me tripping right now. I'm sorry, y'all. That got me spazzing. I'm gonna probably go back and watch that scene too.
It's so much. That's like when she was a stripper, she would only dance to the Naja song. And she was doing horrible.
That first, nah, she got her stuff together now. She did. But that first one, and she started eating my man snacks. Yo, once again, old girl got to get some type of award. Dominique Fishback, you got to get some type of award, man.
Man,
that shit was funny.
She was playing different people like Home Dude on The Flash was. Every season he was the same person, but he was a different version of that person from the multiverse. That's basically what she was. She went from being this awkward weirdo to being this awkward stripper. Now she's with a coat.
The way the awkwardness would kind of calm down throughout each episode, and the way
she knew how to. She knew how to assimilate into society, and most crazy people do.
Shit. She knew how to camouflage. She was smarter than people gave her credit for. She was way smarter than people gave her credit for.
She was smart but sloppy. She was smart but sloppy. That's all I got to say. And I mean sloppy in the way of killing. Like, she wasn't like on her Joe shit. Yeah,
that's what I was talking about as far as ain't nobody looking for a black female serial killer. The thing in that whole mockumentary episode and what she was talking about as far as the black female detective.
plus she killed black people besides the whole cult. Besides when she got to the cult, she was only killing. And I mean, and Haley, but Haley was kind of like white trash and not
the conversations, man. The way my girl would get into detail about who your favorite artist, and if somebody did give you their favorite artist, she want to know how many number ones they had, how many Grammys they had, because they probably didn't have more than Naja.
They ain't have more than Naja. Naja had what, 27 Grammys?
The way she killed my man though, she's like, I got the receipts. He said, nigga.
Twitter. Yes. Yes.
No. Sledgehammer. Oh man. Once again.
You know she was listening to Naja while she was mopping.
Absolutely. Dancing, maneuvering, cleaning up the mess, the blood. Once again, sloppy.
Getting her snacks.
It shit all over the place. I don't care what gloves she had. It shit all over the place. She did not clean up all that blood and all that DNA.
What is she doing with the bodies? What did she do with Haley's body? Is Haley's body in the trunk when she get to? Cause like you remember like when.
I don't know, but I know she burned old girl body up.
That's because she comes from a loving family.
Tony,
And
where you at? You got somebody that represent?
she
Tony.
better look. One thing I learned from Joe is after you burn the body, you got to take the teeth.
Joe's sitting somewhere right now, like I'm good. That bitch crazy. I'm good. Her and Joe in two different fields. Shout out to Dre. I'm rolling with Dre. Joe. You keep your little entertainment area what you doing, because Dre ain't got time for none of that.
But yeah, that coat was like, I got questions about them because it's like, were they just trying to get her in the coat with them? Like, were they trying to recruit her? And then I'm just like,
it was definitely seeming like more of a recruiting thing.
Yeah, because they was like, oh, we're going to the festival and blah, blah, blah. It's the night of the festival. What time is it? What day is it? Give me my phone.
Need a sacrifice. Drake made sacrifices all over.
Bruh. I'm like, what are y'all? She's in a car. Like, what? Like, the logic of what these women were doing to get at Drake. I'm just like,
how I feel as far as, once again, her and, well, not really a confession, but her trying to get the phone back on, because we found out that her father, or so we think her father, Harris Jackson, well, what's it, Harris? No, his last name was Harris. I forgot his first name. His last name was Harris, though, because Marissa Harris, But
no, I thought her name was Marissa Jackson.
Nah, it's Marissa Harris. Dre is Green. If I'm not mistaken, it's a Drea Green, as far as her original name, because she got a bunch of names. I remember Cameron, as far as the strip. But as far as Harris, he pretty much ain't trying to hear nothing. And like I said, we talked about earlier, as far as him saying he should have killed her at the funeral, he pretty much going to rampage and trying to pretty much shoot her in his house. All the way to the point of her pretty much having to jump out a window and him still yelling, if I ever see you again, you are dead. And still shooting.
And I'm like, man, she done sprained her ankle. I told you can survive jumping from 2 stories. You just gotta know how to land. She didn't land right. That's why she was limping.
That's just what I'm still trying to understand what she done though. As far as to can invoke this type of energy, but somebody to want to kill you. Because even the mama was like,
I get it, because I thought that it was just about the whole them blaming her for Marissa's death. Like,
hell, ain't no way it was just that. Ain't no way. Because her coming to the funeral, they gave me an indication that it was way more than that when they told her to leave the funeral.
It was way deeper. Yeah, but I was still confused at this point with that.
This is her pretty much returning home after she pretty much been gone for a minute. And what was her reason for coming back?
Because where was she at? Which I forgot what state she was in with the strippers, but that one dude,
Tennessee,
she wouldn't kill him in Tennessee. Yeah. And then she had to be like in California with the coat. Because that's where Coachella is, but
festival.
Yeah, the festival. And they was in Houston. They were Naja's hometown.
No, if I'm not mistaken, this is when she's trying to get the phone turned on. That's why she came back. Because she can't. Oh, I love that performance from old buddy who said, "Oh, she can't turn the phone on."
Yeah.
Nah, this look a little sketchy. I can't do this. It's the friend of Marissa's friend that she run back into, because
That's they
when we
boss.
first get, you said what?
I think that's they ex boss. They worked at the T-shirt kiosk, and that was like the boss or the manager or some shit like that.
Because Dre had a job that Marissa had kind of put on in the first episode, but she kind of messed it up. So everybody's kind of treating her like we kind of hear as far as when she told the girl at the coat, weird, awkward, stupid, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much how Marissa friends are treating her when she's trying to work at the job. And give or take, she does kind of make a mistake as far as walking off and leaving shit unattended. But it's kind of the conversation with her and Dre's ex-friend, I guess, since she's passed away, as far as her running into Naja and her telling Marissa's friend that she done had this whole mix with Naja. She done sit down with her. They hung out.
Yeah, she do her mama makeup. I'm just like, why? Why? That's what I mean. Psychotic, delusional. Just not
at this point, I don't believe in her the way she was explaining it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm like, shit, did we miss it?
Whole chick knew she was lying. And I'm just like, this is weird. Why? And then the fact that she was like damn near crying, and I'm just like, I feel so uncomfortable. I don't know. A lot of this just made me feel uncomfortable. I was just like, ugh.
I think this is the point where I got uncomfortable, because I think this is kind of where we get our explanation to Dre and why and who she actually is, as far as the whole relationship between her and Marissa and the her parents. They actually are not her parents. They are her foster parents, because she was actually adopted. I'm like, oh, okay, here we go.
And I'm like, okay, so what did she do? And why was she not with them anymore? Like, okay. Which makes sense now.
How you feel about the mockumentary episode?
It gave more clarity, especially I like that they did this type of thing instead of like, oh, this is what happened when they were kids, like getting younger actors, and you know what I mean? Like this type of thing is, starting to be like a style for Donald Glover.
Definitely. That's what I was about to say, because I don't feel like I've seen this before or been done in a TV show before. Because it's almost like breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah, but yeah, I like this to add some, to clarify things about her background without giving everything away.
Mm-hmm. It's almost, once again, I don't want to compare it to Michael Myers, but like the Dr. Loomis vibes.
Mm-hmm.
But hearing the whole thing as far as them going to the home and actually hearing that the Harris had returned her, because there was the group home woman that was kind of saying that was like one of the last resorts they would want to happen to one of their children. And I love her performance, because it almost seemed like that she might be an actual real worker that worked in group homes. Just the way she was explaining it and the way she was talking about Drake and her other children, the way she was saying. And I almost like, damn, did she actually work at a group home before or whatever? Or maybe she's actually a real caseworker or whatever that works at group homes. But I'm not sure if she was relaying the story about Dre to the detective and the cameraman or whatever. I think she was saying more about everybody she's had to deal with as far as children who have been adopted and who have to deal with certain things once they are taken into adoption or about family, as far as dealing with past trauma or whatever, and them not fully being able to comprehend or be coherent with a bunch of people or new people that they're not used to being around.
Yeah, and I'm just like, the thing about this is like, what did they do to prepare her to be able to be fostered / adopted? Because I'm like, do they not get these children, psychological help? Do they not go to therapists? Do they not go to psychologists? Do they not get psychologically analyzed? Because obviously this trauma has impacted her for her to be violent. You know what I mean?
Because
and then the fact that the parents were just like, she's defective, take her back, instead of being like, hey, how can we help her? Because obviously something is wrong with her. Like that was what was pissing me off, is the fact that everybody was overlooking the fact that she has mental health issues. Like, I'm just like,
and I'm gonna be honest,
health.
I'm not gonna blame Marissa for looking over it. I feel like she was the only one that was actually somewhat trying to help. But the fact is, she was still young herself.
That's a child helping a child. Like, you know,
it wasn't like she could be there to understand that. She didn't know.
And apparently she had her own mental health issues because she took her own life.
And to be honest, I'm not gonna say it was deeper than Dre's, but it could have been. Dre was killing people, but Dre didn't want to kill herself.
Exactly.
Even after Marissa died, she still didn't want to kill herself. So I'm just saying, both of them definitely had things they was dealing with. But it was the situation even before they returned her, as far as Harris, and I think he was put her in the attic after she was having incidents or whatever, leading up into the sleepover or whatever. The real incident happened where she ended up stabbing one of Marissa's friends or whatever when they was younger or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Which is like
predominantly white friends. I'm just like, because they pointed that out. They pointed that out.
No, my thing about the whole putting her in the attic is like, dude, why are you not getting her help? Like, if you see something is wrong with your child that you adopted, that you agreed to take care of, take guardianship over, why are you not trying to get her help? Obviously something is wrong, but people just like to be like, she just bad, she just this, and just like straight up label them with the wrong shit. Because I feel like when we was talking on Uncut, I was like, people really shy away from getting diagnosed because they hate the stigma that comes with being diagnosed. When I'm like, you need the diagnosis, because once you have that, people have to accommodate you. Your job has to accommodate you because you have a diagnosis. School has to accommodate you because you have a diagnosis. So stop shying away from those mental health issues.
Yeah.
Period.
But dealing with somebody like Dre is like somebody who's dealt with that stigma all her life. So she probably wouldn't even know how to go deal with it because she's heard it ever since she was a child. Once again, the whole thing with her weird, stupid, and this and the third, that's all she's ever heard. The casework, when she talked about the way she was took in, it was like, I always knew Dre was like a different child. She wasn't like ordinary kids or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and I hate that whole stigma of, oh, she just weird. Oh, she just awkward. Oh, why is she weird? Why?
Maybe she just quiet.
Exactly.
Maybe you sit down and have a conversation.
Exactly. Please, like, stop labeling people with the stupid shit and actually figure out what's going on with them. Because I'm trying to tell you, a diagnosis could change your life. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can get medicine. You can get psychological help. Like, once you figure out that this is what you have, or this is what's going on with your brain, your body, whatever, you can help fix that and live a better life. Stop running from diagnosis.
Yeah.
Please, gosh.
And that would even include somebody like myself who dealt with certain things. Because I always, me and her done had these conversations, and I said, maybe I don't know about therapy, this and the third. But it's definitely something I've been looking into.
What's so scary about therapy? You don't want to tell a stranger your business? Is that what it is?
Probably that too. And almost like pouring yourself out. Like once you start going, maybe you won't be able to stop talking about, like, you know what I'm saying?
Please, you need to. Oh my God. That release, after you release that shit, that sleep after that, because that peace of mind, you finally got that shit out. That's like a part of healing is releasing. You got to get it out. Whatever you have to do to get it out, because people do different things. Some people actually have to purge, like they actually throw up, like, or some people gotta scream, some people gotta cry, some people but whatever you gotta do, you need to
say, watch how you say that, because I don't want to go purge, but I'm just but I definitely feel what you're saying. I'm definitely for real.
I mean, because if you don't release it, it does come out like that in some people, depending on your personality.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
It's stabby.
Once again, when you even always said things about like just moving 100 miles per hour, as far as not even thinking about certain things, just keep going and going and going. And once you actually sit there and certain things actually hit, and you have to think about it, then what's your reaction gonna be?
Yeah,
Yeah,
cause
so I
yeah.
understand. But this mockumentary, I feel like after watching it a second time, as far as the show overall, it kind of gave a not really a better explanation, but somewhat of an understanding leading into the last episode as far as her transition into Tony. Because I feel like we was kind of going back into an element of this is a TV show. And I think the show is trying to tell us this is a TV show. And because the mockumentary even showed Donald Glover talking about him basing a TV show off of the mockumentary. So I'm like, what are y'all doing with us? Y'all playing with us, right? Like, what are y'all doing?
Hey, I was just here for the ride. But yeah, this
I
Tony
was.
shit threw me.
It threw everybody. Man, I was just like,
I was
who is
like,
this?
Tony. But it's her eyes and the way her face is shaped. Like obviously it's her, but like
And this is definitely the most laid back and the most calmness we'll probably see
chill.
Drake in the
Yes.
whole season.
Just
She's actually like talking. She like kind of has a personality as far as in this last episode. And shout out to her keeping her under the radar as far as the cops, because I'm pretty sure this is what this is too.
yes.
Staying off the radar. Because she
For,
ain't got no
sure.
phone no more, right?
Yeah, no phone no more. It's like I ain't got a phone. I don't do social media. Like yeah.
But not only that, it seems like Dre might actually be getting out of the serial killer business. It seems like she's actually might be forming another relationship with somebody outside of Marissa or even Naja. As far as with this new girlfriend, she actually starts to build a bond with.
But the girlfriend don't like
Like
Naja.
Naja.
Well, yeah, she overlooks it. Like she find that out day one, but she overlook it. She just like that. She too fine. Like I love
I think she was
Naja,
trying
but
to change somewhat too. She was.
yeah,
After everything she
was.
had just dealt with, and more importantly, probably the situation with her parents. Because I think that's the episode, but right before the mockumentary, if I'm not mistaken. So I think that probably had a lot to deal with it. Well, her foster parents. But yes, at this point, she has still not been able to get to a Queen Naja concert or being able to actually engage with Queen Naja outside of biting her.
Despite having tickets the first time, but then Marissa does what she does. It's just like, then she almost made it to the festival. Nope.
This is like the second time she has done this as far as buying tickets, and it backfired again. I was like, damn. Because her sister was nice about it, Marissa, not her girlfriend. Yeah. I knew this was coming. I was just waiting because it wasn't just the fact that you hate Naja. You started calling her stupid, calling her what's wrong with you in her face. Like, I mean, spit all of that, just going in. And then again, you got to understand this girl, like, nigga, you use the rent money for that? Like, we've been out here. I had to go to my parents, this and the third. I'm like, oh, shit. The nail in the coffin is you talking about Naja. She choked my girl out, suffocating her. We done got all the way up to this point. I'm like, all right, I'm liking Tony. Oh, no, this Dre.
Yeah, Tony done met the parents and everything. I'm like, Tony, you a bum, though. Like, you a...
Ain't no more Tony. Dre Day. But, man, we don't stop there because Tony is like, well, Dre. This is the first time we actually see her do something with the body, if I'm not mistaken. She burns her alive. But not alive, my bad. Not alive.
Tony.
It's leading up until her and realizing that she left the tickets in her girlfriend's pockets.
And bro.
And these were like, what, $3,000? And it's like, how soon did y'all write this down to Glover? Because Beyonce just announced this concert. Y'all couldn't have, well, you know, off previous concerts that she has done, the tickets, I think, have always been high. But still, it was like, once again, they had to have a conversation. Beyonce must have hit them up like, y'all can add this on if y'all want to. I'm about to add this concert. One thing before we finish up, as far as this last episode, my wife seen something as far as the mockumentary when they were showing the supposedly real Dre pictures, and she was saying that was supposed to be Blue Ivy. I was like, no. She said it was the real Blue Ivy, and I don't know if it looked like a reference Blue Ivy, but I don't think it was. Because I said if that was, I need to see some Beyonce credits and credits or something. Beyonce Carter, somebody produced it. She had to be behind this then. That wasn't Blue Ivy. I'm pretty sure that wasn't Blue Ivy. But they definitely made reference as far as the twins, Jay-Z cheating on her and all of that. All of this is throughout this season, especially leading up to this last episode. But how we feel as far as Dre actually getting to the concert after she realized that she burnt up the tickets and saying, I'm going to get in this bitch one way or another. Ain't no way, not this time. This is it.
Bruh, I was just stressed because I was like, man, what the
At this point, please let her get in here. I want to get her in here now. Because it's not only her just trying to get in here, she's trying to still pretty much apologize for biting Naja. Trying to make up for biting Naja. Nadia. Before we all the way get to her getting in the concert, I thought Naja was going to stop the concert and say, this is the one who bit me. This is the girl who bit me. And I thought that's how it was going to go.
They was going to swarm it.
Yes. I thought that was how it was going to go.
It was going to live up to its name.
But no. Once again, Donald Glover pulling the rug from under us. Don't never think shit going to go the way you think it's going to go. Dre does end up getting some new tickets. She pretty much goes on her Ghostface rampage. She don't watch the new Scream 6.
Right.
She like, I ain't got time for this, man. I need these tickets now. And she ends up finding a, what they call them?
A reseller? Yeah, I guess so.
Whenever you go to football games, somebody out there reselling tickets or whatever, sports games or whatever. But yeah, she say, I ain't got time for that. She stabs this nigga in the car, which I don't know why he would take her all the way to his car to make this business transaction. But anyway. Right. She gets her tickets and she ends up getting to the front row, all the way to the point where she climbing on the stage or whatever. And she able to get to Queen Naja, not before security ends up rushing her. But then we got Queen Naja saying, wait a minute, let her go. This is where I thought she was going to say, this is the one who bit me. This is the one who bit me. No. The deal, at this point, what the hell going on? Queen Naja comes showing with Marissa's face. What the hell is going on?
Okay. I think that because you remember after she choked her girlfriend, she lay there on her and like
she did,
just lay there for a little bit. I think she fell asleep and all of this is a dream and she gonna wake up laying on her girlfriend and then try to figure out what the fuck she about to do with her, because remember her girlfriend has wealthy, loving parents.
Yep.
That care about her and that have met her. Yeah, and they've met Tony, so they know that she's in a relationship with Tony. So I don't know what the fuck she about to do. So like I said, this is my thought. I think that all of this is a dream because the fact that Naja handed her the mic, told her to sing, then takes her to her limousine and they leave together and they just sitting there like, why?
I'm telling y'all right now, I know I didn't get to do you, but we will be doing sworn predictions. I am working on that already. We are doing sworn predictions. If they don't,
we kind of gave a lot we gave a lot of predictions about the next season of the year though, because we talk about all the people coming back for the big payback.
Shout out to you, man. I'm definitely looking forward to that one as far as the last season, possibly. But not only the fact that Marissa showing up as the face of Queen Naja, but Queen Naja pretty much said, well, Dre sang this song. You have your solo performance now. And she, like, I'm like, what is going on? I'm just waiting for her to wake up. I'm just waiting for this to all be a fantasy or dream, but we still going. Queen Naja got Dre pretty much rushing her out with her in the limo and all of that, with still Marissa's face on her. And I'm waiting still. Okay, this is about to be the dream sequence. We're about to wake her up and she's going to be locked up. She's going to be on trial. It's going to be something like that. She's going to be in a prison cell. It's going to be something like that. No. This is how this ends. Dre is pretty much laying on Marissa, and Marissa's pretty, well, not Marissa. I keep saying Marissa because of the face thing, but Queen Naja is pretty much holding Dre. then this is my whole thing is thinking as far as going off the mockumentary, are we doing a playoff? Because the name of the episode is God Only Make Happy Endings, if I'm not mistaken. So is this the whole Dre having her eternal happy ending?
Maybe it was murder suicide. So maybe she killed her
Yep,
girlfriend and killed herself. And that
that's
was
possible.
her ascension into whatever. I don't, because I mean, wouldn't that be like the ultimate thing, her ultimate dream? Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never died before, so I don't know what it's
I, once again, it's definitely. I think he did this on purpose, of course, because he wants people to have these conversations. He wants you to dive. He wants you to have these moments where you sit here like, what the fuck? Is she dead? Is she alive? Is she having a dream? Nigga, this is Lost. Straight up, this is Lost. This is the last season of Lost. And he put it in one episode. But I even think they definitely plan on making a play off the first episode as far as the way Marissa died. And maybe even everybody she's encountered that she's had some type of bond with. It's only been Marissa, Queen Naja, and her girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
So this was definitely one of the oddest, curious points for me. I wasn't mad at it though, because once again, these is one of these things where I'm glad they did this because I would like to be confused. Once I like the show, if I ain't like it, then I don't like, nah, get out of here. I'm good with this. Because it's another show that I'm gonna be talking about called From that got a lot of things, more questions than answers, but it's a good reason. Shout out to everybody coming through. We about to be up out of here in a minute. But overall, I'm trying to get your last thoughts. And how did you feel as far as the way Donald Glover and them ended this? Because it's definitely more questions than answers for me.
Oh yeah. I wasn't mad about the ending. Like I said, I was just screaming the whole time about the whole mental health issues and how the adults around her just failed her. like y'all wonder why the way she is, like y'all failed her. Look at this. None of like.
And if you concentrate more on the aspects of the killing and even the whole sex scene at the beginning, you will look past all of this stuff that we kind of was talking about as far as even with her going into the foster care system and them even making a play off that as far as, I can't just say black people, but you hear about a lot of those stories, especially young black kids going into the foster system, whether their parents don't deal with drugs, this and the third.
I mean, Donald Glover did a whole episode about that with the foster kids that went into the system and.
So, I mean, you got to make those references. You can't help but to think about that.
Yeah. So it's just, to me, like I said, I just felt sad after it ended because I was just like, this is sad because like she had no help, no support, no friends. And everyone treated her like an outcast and told her she was weird and awkward. Like, I know what that feels like all your life for people to tell you that you're weird and awkward. I'm just, fuck it, I'm weird and awkward. The fuck ever.
Definitely. I don't know. I ain't try to fit in, but I don't. Somebody say I was weird, but they was. I don't know.
No, I've been told all my life, you weird. Okay. Deal with me or don't. Like,
I think because I know what people like, 'cause I always listen to the music. But anyway.
Yeah, that's what I started doing, ignoring people. Then everybody thought I was stuck up. I just couldn't win, so I just gave up. I don't give a fuck what you think about me. That's what I got to, like, that's what I had to get to the point of. It's like, I don't give a fuck what you think about me because you're going to think whatever based off of what your perception instead of actually coming and talk to me.
Especially people that you don't talk to on a daily basis. That's got to be one of the weirdest things you can worry about as far as what people think. And that's the majority of people. But I want to know if Donald Glover is going to make a season 2 out of TV shows. The only thing I can compare this to is Atlanta, and that's his TV show. if anybody can compare this to anything else outside of some of the things I mentioned as far as serial killer movies or TV shows involving females, y'all let me know. Because each episode gave me something different. I was always just sitting there like, what the, hold on, man. What the hell? I know that's all I was doing. The whole stripper episode was just something all in together.
Like
and the fact that they went so far with the
funny.
nudity and shit, I was like, man. Okay.
Oh man.
Okay.
The part you want to make some more money. I immediately with the Players Club. I was like, no, you don't. You don't want to go.
I'm so mad I didn't
And
feel
you
the scene.
remember when
Yes. I'm still gonna eat my chips.
reminded-
I'm still gonna eat my chips. My
It
man.
It reminded me when she took home chick to the party and she was spanking the police officers.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm black and I'm proud. If anybody don't know what we're talking about the Players Club scene with my girl Ronnie, and they doing the whole strippers with the cops or whatever. In this TV show, we got a scene with Dre and the strippers, episode 2, if I'm not mistaken. And they doing a private party trying to make some more money. And my girl Dre just in the back eating chips. We got this one dude come in who kind of shy. And he like, I don't do what all those other guys do. All of a sudden, he say some shit leading up to him saying, I'm going to jack off while you eat your chips. And I just want to look at you. Because I think it wasn't even her eating the chips. It was just something I just want you to look at.
He just wanted to look at, bruh. What she get, like 1,000?
I think so. She was making some walk.
I was like, people really wait.
Oh yes.
For me to just eat some shit.
But the deal, you gotta understand,
you
you see who they had there and who they was talking.
Still, where these people went? 1,000 for the nigga. Go do what you do. I watch weirder shit while I'm eating, like
Hot wings. But
look, I get look, and especially if you provide the food and you
I'm still gonna put
like,
my hot wings in this range. What you gotta do? Yes, something to drink.
Look, if you want eye contact, that costs more. I start.
Oh yeah.
What else you want me to do?
I got 2 or 3 more G's. We ain't talking about hundreds, G's.
I make straight eye contact while eating the wing.
Let me pepper wet.
You
I
right.
gotta watch you make it. I gotta watch. But the whole scenario, him watching Dre eat her chips while he pretty much ejaculates. Once again, Joe sitting somewhere like, oh shit. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Season 5. I got something for y'all ass. Okay. Once again,
yeah.
I don't know what to say.
I mean, this still wasn't more dicks than Euphoria. Like,
bite harder. Nigga, what? Bite harder. And that's what really took him off. He was done. That's it. I'm out of here. But man, overall, once again, it had moments where you was supposed to laugh. I feel like in moments where you were saying, "Should I laugh?" I don't know, and that's what I was saying. But anybody who's seen Swarm, y'all got to let me know how y'all feeling about this. Do y'all think we're gonna get a season 2? Outside of this, what next for Donald Glover as far as TV shows? Because I think he got an overall deal with Amazon, so more than likely gonna have more shows coming out. I already know he got what is it? The Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie movie that they're gonna be doing. Damn. When they was Mr. and Mrs. Smith, they doing I think a show that they're gonna be doing on Amazon, and he's supposed to be not only doing that show but starring in it too.
okay.
So I'm definitely gonna be trying to check that out. Outside of that, y'all just let me know how y'all feel. What's up?
What would he name the Nicki Minaj one?
Once again, that's why I said I want to do predictions. I want to do season 2 predictions because that's where I was going with that. And that's absolutely where I was going. He got to do. I was thinking Nicki Minaj. What other crazy fan base outside of the Barbs? I would say Rihanna. She definitely got them. Rihanna, but I don't know if that would be too close.
Crazy though. The Barbs be
you know what?
doxing people.
You're right.
I don't think Rihanna's fan base is crazy. I feel like he would have to go to like them boy bands, or maybe take it back and go to boy bands.
The thing about Rihanna fans, they crazy, but they not crazy to other people. They crazy to her as far as her music. Like nigga release music. That's it. They crazy. So you're right. Yeah. It's definitely the Barbs. That's the only one I can think of right now outside of, like you said, boy band. The boy.
I would love to like see who they would do and what that person would do, because I swear to God, they crazier than the damn Hive.
That's the one I want to see, because think about the references as far as Nicki Minaj and everything she's had to do as far as her interaction with other female artists.
Right,
that's
what's gonna be funny is the other female artists and the names they come up with for them and all this.
And you got to think the Cardi B fans, Meg Thee fans, Little Kim. You think they? I can't wait. I can't wait. Donald Glover. We telling you right now.
I guess for him, that was more people that he had to actually talk to get that one approved. That's like true. The bar, because like you gotta talk to Nicki. You gotta talk to Nicki. Well, Nicki approved this. What can you talk about? What can't you talk about? But with Beyonce,
because he definitely got the bad to go ahead and do that, because everybody talking about this show. Well, that scene in particular, as far as Chloe and her scene.
I mean, come on. He also got Chloe, who is also one of Beyonce's artists.
I didn't even know Billie Eilish. She's supposed to be some big pop star. I didn't know she was in. They got Michael Jackson kids in here. He got the pool. But y'all got to let me know, how did y'all feel about this as far as Donald Glover and what he doing as far as in the TV realm outside of Atlanta now? You could pretty much see that he ain't stopping. You can see that he's going to be able to continue doing crazy writing that's not familiar with other TV shows, and TV shows you can't compare nothing to, and that's what I want to see.
Yes.
But let me see. Tomorrow we good for a girl in the closet. My bad for Sunday.
Yeah. No, you good, man.
Damn it, man. I'm gonna have to watch a little bit of that.
I don't know if I can, man. That I guess because it was like so much, like that shit is etched in my brain.
It is with me, but I have to be in. I like to get myself back in a moment. That's why I did what I did today. But,
I know what you mean.
We got another horror slasher movie tomorrow. My bad. A little bit more dramatic. Girl in the Closet. Tammy Roman and Remy Ma. We got that for y'all tomorrow. And outside of that,
I was telling my sister about this. I said, "Ain't no damn way. Ain't no damn way."
We need Dre for Tammy. I mean, the girl. We need Dre. We need to holler at you. We need you to put some work in.
I get the whole people change thing, but ain't no damn way. Hell the fuck no.
Mia Smith. Mia Smith don't like Queen Naja, Dre.
Get her. She in Atlanta.
Yep, she doesn't. She was in Tennessee, I think, too. But
we ain't balling like we was in Atlanta.
I'm so tired of hearing you say it. Do you know that's her real daughter? I did not know that was her real daughter.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Tammy's real daughter playing.
She looked familiar, and I could not put my finger on it. I was like, "Why does this girl look familiar?" I don't know her, but her face is a damn daughter. That's why.
I'm not even saying the acting.
I've seen her kids before.
The way they was kind of going back and forth, that it was like giving off real daughter and real mama vibes somewhat. That is still. Okay. We're gonna talk about it.
Okay.
Because her daughter got some moments where I was like, hit her. You should be scared of her. That one scene though in particular where she was trying to like talk junk to her, it was almost like, do you need to turn around and tell her to say something to you? Like, be meaner, please. You ugly. You stink. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess I'm mad. But we're gonna do that for y'all tomorrow, Girl in the Closet. And Thursday we got a new episode of Bel Air review for y'all. We'll be caught up. We ain't gotta do no 3 or 4 episodes, as far as I know, right?
Wait, we gotta watch a new episode?
Nah, it'll be Thursday as far as when they show the new episode.
We
caught up. Yeah, we caught up
now. I thought
we good now.
All right.
And outside of that, of course, Uncut Ish Talk. My bad, Uncut Ish Talk. The new episode we just did is going to be uploaded. I had to take some things out. It got blocked. It was
The music.
We done all the music we've been doing, but I guess Aaliyah and her people
Oh, yeah.
No.
Barry Hankerson is not. Bro, he just put that shit on streaming. What, like last year?
It was some Mary J. Blige songs too. I think it was like one. But yeah, I had to take some of them off. But that episode will be back uploaded. If not today, tomorrow. And as far as that, we will be still doing verses, but I might try to go into the realm of mixtapes before we do the full ones, because I don't feel like it's going to be an issue. I feel like just with certain artists we choose, Aaliyah, she kind of one of those artists that you got to kind of like check your shit with. Because I think we even done some Jay-Z music and they ain't blocked none of that. So I don't know. I have to see, man. It's something I definitely still enjoy, and I want to do that leading up into the 100th episode, but we're going to see. Because
did you see who'd you want to do this week, or you want to?
We're going to do a mix. If you want to, I want to do a mixtape versus. Well,
I'm not. We see. I see.
No. Because I'm thinking about Wayne, so no. It's definitely going to be some hip-hop, though. We're probably going to get back into hip-hop. We're going to see.
Well, I said, if you want to do the 50 Cent and T.I.
We can do that. Okay. You want that smoker? Okay, that's fun.
Look, I was just
50 Cent versus T.I. top 5 this Friday. Definitely, please. I don't know. We might have to do more than 5. We're going to see. Y'all be tuned in this Friday. Y'all already know. G-Unit. I ain't going to do it. I'll play a song right now. I ain't going to do that. No. Friday. Y'all. You see that? She's going to try to throw the smoke already. You go ahead and bring that tip. Bring the king of the South. We good. South side. But anyway.
I didn't think you. I mean, we was already talking about
my life.
it.
We talking about what you seen in gangster movies. I'm gangster to the core, nigga. You can't move me. But anyway, 50 Cent versus T.I. this Friday. Y'all come through. Of course, the deal got tipped. Shout out Ludacris. I got 50, a.k.a. Ferrari. Through Southside versus Atlanta this weekend. We got this side versus Bankhead. Well, I'm not sure if he for Bankhead. I gotta check that.
What
Rest in peace, Shawty Low. But
what part is T.I. from?
It must be two sides. But well, make sure y'all come through Friday. We got that for y'all. And we got some more topics. Jordan Peele got a new horror movie he's supposed to be doing. I think more than one.
Two.
So we're gonna be talking about that Friday. Rick. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, it sounds different.
I'm about to fix this right now. My bad. All right, hear me now.
Yeah. Sound better.
Retro review this weekend. Well, Sunday. We try to do our little throwback movies as far as going into Sundays or Mondays, depending on how my schedule is. What you trying to do? Because I was talking about Evil Dead 2014, but I wanted to try to wait till we kind of get into the midst of Evil Dead Rise coming up.
We'll see.
I'm asking you because if you got some references to bring to me, then we can do them. But at this point, I'm almost thinking about the Inkwell. I don't know yet. Have you ever seen the Inkwell? It's got Lorenz Tate in it. DeAndre Bond. It's got Jada Pinkett in it. Morris Chestnut. I'll show you. I'll send you a trailer or link it up. It's called the Inkwell. It's an older movie.
Now I think I was when you be talking about where people from, I was looking at yeah. You was on track with T.I. You was on track.
Hello. But yeah, once again, 50 versus T.I. this weekend. We're gonna let y'all know what we're gonna do as far as retro review Sunday or Monday. Outside of that, once again, Thursday we got Bel Air for you, a new episode review. Friday, a new episode of Uncut Ish Talk. We got some new topics and the new music verses. And tomorrow we got The Girl in the Closet. Outside of that, let us know how y'all feel as far as. Oh, I thought somebody sent me something, but Beyhive the 13th, aka Swarm. Let me know how y'all feeling about this series from Donald Glover. Anything else you want to add before we get off here?
Nah. I was looking at the synopsis of the movie, the plot line of
For what?
Inkwell.
Inkwell. Oh.
No, I've never seen this before. I feel like I've heard this, and like I vaguely remember this cover, but
I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that one, but it's just what I thought of out the gate, just thinking about Lorenz Tate and Jada Pinkett.
Definitely some shit I ain't never seen before.
That might be one we do, but make sure you hit the like button. If you ain't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell, let you know when I upload new videos. I put like 3 little videos up that we did on previous Uncut Issue Talk episodes. Y'all can go check them out. I did the Blackening trailer reaction and Wes Craven's New Nightmare versus Halloween, and that's where my girl, I scared Nadia. My bad, Nadia. Had my boy Freddie popping out, and that might be another one that we can do. I forgot about that one as far as Wes Craven's New Nightmare, so that might be a retro one we do. But outside of that, let us know how y'all feeling about Swarm, and if y'all gonna get it, y'all want to see a season 2, and we will be working on that predictions video. Other than that, we out.
Hey.